Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Ben's Blades. It's been a while since I put out a video on this channel. This hobby is one that is either in or it's out for me, so I tend to stop engaging with it sometimes, and then I'll come back and decide I want to do a bunch of knife rebuild projects, and I really just put out videos whenever I feel like it, you know? I do what I won't. Anyway, what are we doing today? So we're going to take this knife apart, do some disassembly and maintenance action on this knife, and then this video and the knife itself are going to go up on Blade Binge, and it's going to be put up for sale. I'm not sure if it will still be up there by the time you see this video, if you're at all interested in it, but we're going to do some full disassembly action. We're going to take it apart and clean it, lubricate it, and so everybody can see everything that's going on with it, you know, full disclosure sort of thing. I got nothing to hide. So let's open this up. A lot of people talk about having issues flipping non-flipper buoys. The Hinderer XM-18 non-flipper buoy. This, I had a hard time with it too initially. You know what? The key to this is, if you're new to doing it, you really almost literally have to hold it out away from yourself and then close your eyes and look the other way. And I'm telling you, it will flip open every single time. It's the damnedest thing. It really is a matter of, you just do it and don't think about it. I know that doesn't sound particularly helpful, but for me, it really was just that easy. Just point it away from you, turn your head and look the other direction, and just do it and don't think about it. It's weird. In any case, here it is. Let's talk about it really quickly. I don't think this originally came with black scales on it because the person that I got it from had this written on it right here. So I guess originally it had Coyote G10 and then he put black G10 on it. I went ahead and put stonewashed blue hardware on it and the stonewashed blue Rick Hinderer knives pocket clip on it. The knife was stonewashed blue to begin with, obviously, and then I just added stonewashed hardware and just made it all kind of stonewashed blue. All right, S45VN on the blade. Let's do a function check before we take it apart. We have a knife that has no up and down or side-to-side blade play. It is mostly false shut. It's on bearings of some sort. I can't remember if I put skiff in this or not. I guess we're about to find out. And the blade is, from what I can tell, dead center. So there you have it. All right, let's take it apart. It's best to take Hinders apart with the blade deployed, so we're going to start that way. Oh, I'm feeling bougie today, so let's do the Scout Leatherworks bit driver, and we need a 5/64 hex, and the Hinder Armorers tool, and let's use the CountyComm, no, not the CountyComm bit driver, let's use the Wera bit driver, we haven't used that in a while, and then we need a spanner bit. Okay. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it upside down like that. Why do I have the cutting edge up? I don't know. That's just kind of what I do. It's fine. So I'm going to actually hold on the flathead side and turn on the spanner side until the flathead is backed out away from the G10. That's how I disassemble Hinderers. And then I will unscrew on the G10 side and get it the rest of the way off. The reason you want to take these apart with the blade deployed is because if it's closed when you take it apart, the blade will actually make contact with usually the right side of the scale. And so you have steel making contact with titanium, and sometimes it can mar the blade finish. I've got a couple of knives where it has already done that. So better to just learn how to handle knives with confidence and take them apart with the blade deployed, at least for Hinders. That is my personal recommendation. Okay, now we want to go ahead and close the knife just slightly, and it should pop apart without a lot of trouble. And yes, we are using skiff bearings, and so whoever decides to pick up this knife, they have to understand they are not getting Hinder original bearings, they are getting skiff bearings. Let's put this, where am I going to put this? You know what, let's just set this off camera, so it most certainly is not going to get in the way. Take everything off, push everything through. I'm even going to take the pocket clip off and clean that. Okay, so here is your scale. Stonewash blue. That blade stop pin is really in there. I might leave that in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not going anywhere. You'd have to take some tools to get that out, but I don't want it out bad enough to take the blade stop pin out. But there's your scale. Let's go ahead and take a Phillips head. Take the 5/64 hex out. And get this pocket clip off. Okay, and there is oh, interesting. There is a tiny little Hinderer logo right there at the bottom of that pocket clip. I didn't even realize that was there. Shows you how much I pay attention. There's your stonewashed blue RHK pocket clip. They did a special run of these quite a while back, and if I had been smart, I would have got one for my stonewash knives, because I don't like anodized hardware. I always feel like I'm going to mar the finish when I use it. This one has not been a user, thankfully. It's been a display knife. So it's got minimal, if any, like wear on the stonewashed parts. But I should have got a stonewashed version of this when I had the chance. Okay, we need a shop rag, and then the Slip 2000 725. And then we are going to clean whatever oil is not on the scale. Just get it to a baseline level of cleanliness. I'm trying to do this on camera. It's been a while since I've done this, so I have a tendency to want to do it off camera. Check this out though. You see how the G10 scales will get this like white, almost like dried out look on it? I have a way to take care of this that is actually really fascinating. Check this out. Okay, so here is my Hinderer Eclipse. This is the one that had its blade replaced. And I took LPS2, that's this stuff right here, to the G10 to get that sort of white, dried out look off of it. I did that 7 months ago to this, and I haven't touched it since. And that white stuff hasn't come back yet. So LPS2 is kind of expensive, but it is definitely amazing at taking off that white stuff off of your G10. Really what it is the G10 just drying out. So, oop. There we go. Check that out one last time. Let's take some LPS2 to the G10 scale. Wipe off the excess. And then check that out. There you have it. I can pretty much guarantee you that that weird white stuff isn't going to come back for about half a year. Let me get this little rest of the leftovers off of it. Yeah, good stuff. Okay. Now, back to the Slip 2000 side. Gonna wipe down the titanium side. The Slip 2000 is a non-oil based cleaner, so if there is excess oil on small parts, it's going to take it off, and those parts are going to have to be re-oiled when you're done. Hinder knives are a wonderful thing. I don't know if I watched this or not, but I'm going to do it again anyway. Hinder knives are a wonderful thing just because of the fact that they're semi-modular. And so any Hinder part from basically any era will fit on new Hinder knives. Like if you found a really old set of Chicago screws, theoretically they should fit without any trouble. In practice, you know, you might find, you know, some parts that don't fit anymore. But for the most part, it should be good to go. Do the bearings. I'm actually going to reassemble this knife since it's leaving. I'm going to reassemble it with no... Well, I don't know. When we get to the end of the video, I'll decide if I want to lubricate the bearings or not, because the person who buys it might not want that to be there. So, we'll see. Okay, there's that. Pivot screw. We're just taking the 725 to this. And then I am going to oil. Yeah, I think I'm just going to oil parts. Like the person who buys it, if they don't like it, well, tough shit. You can take it apart and redo it yourself. Okay, now get the blade right here. And we're going to take the LPS2 side to the blade because it's an oil-based lubricant and protectant. So lubricating the blade with this will add, you know, maybe some temporary corrosion resistance to it, added corrosion resistance, but it's always good to have that on your steel. It's just one extra step to help prevent corrosion and rust, because I've seen stainless steel knives rust. It is kind of surprising how some parts will just bloom in rust. It's crazy. Okay. Now, what am I doing? Let's take the pivot barrel, put that back in. I'm going to take some, this is ALG Go Juice in this little bottle right here. And we are going to, because it's a free spinning pivot, we're going to lubricate that a little bit just to hopefully reduce wear and tear over time. Is it that effective? I don't know. But, you know, you do the best you can. Okay, I'm going to put a tiny bit of Go Juice in here. That might look like a lot, but it's not as much as you think. And then put the blade back on. Well, actually, I'm going to put a tiny bit on the blade as well, because that side is going to just get assembled like that. Put the pocket clip screws over there. And then lubricate both sides of the blade for that skiff bearing. And then I should probably put the Chicago screws in. That would probably make things easier. I'm trying to do this on camera too. So usually I put blue tape on here to hold the Chicago screws in place, but it's kind of out of reach at the moment, so I'm going to have to do it the goofy, stupid way. All right, put some lubrication on here. And try to get this part back on. It's always better if you close the blade slightly, and then everything will come into place much easier if the blade is like partly closed. All right, let's get the pivot screw in. I do not use Loctite on my knives. There are a lot of reasons for that, mostly because I disassemble my knives a lot for regular maintenance, and I have seen even blue Loctite strip out screws. So that is not something I am accepting of. So it's easier just to carry a knife maintenance kit around with you, like in my car. That way if I got a screw that's trying to back out, which happens a lot on Hinders actually, all I got to do is just get out a 5/64 hex and get it back into place. And it's not all that much trouble. You know, everybody likes to talk about how, you know, Hinders have all these different parts that you have to, you know, you have to use a Phillips head to take the pocket clip off. You have to use a 5/64 hex on the Chicago screws. You have to use a flathead on the pivot. Well, think about this for a second. Any mechanic or construction worker, any dimwit with a toolbox, what is he likely to have in that toolbox? He's likely to have a flathead screwdriver, an Allen key set, and a Phillips screwdriver. Hello? Okay, let's... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I need to lubricate the detent path. That's what AeroShell is for. That's what these little toothpicks are for. If I had been smart, I would have done this with the blade out, but I'm not going to take it out again. And somebody else who, you know, who owns this knife next is probably going to take it apart and redo this apart anyway. But you take a little bit of the AeroShell, and then you hold it down as you close the blade. Work it into place. And it will get into the detent ball, the detent path, and the little cutout where the detent goes. There you have it. Let me tighten this down the rest of the way. And then I want to make sure I didn't... Now, for a second I thought I might have done exactly what I was trying to prevent, which is the blade coming in contact with that side of the scale. It looks like it just missed it. You got to be careful with that sort of thing. It sucks. Okay, now we still have some loose Chicago screws. So let's tighten those up. Just, there we go. Get things really locked down tight. And then tighten this down the rest of the way. And we are back together. Yeah. Good to go. Suppose I could have taken this off to clean it, but I don't know that I see the need. Are we dead center again? Yes, we are. My God, you gotta love modern Hinderers. They just go back together dead center without any fuss. Okay, let's put the AeroShell away. Get rid of this. Put that over here. And then go to our Phillips head. Whoa. Okay. Fix that. Put the tools back. Wipe everything down. Get at the excess grease and lubrication out of it. There we go. Back together. Picture perfect knife for your collection if you're into blue. This is a really, really nice knife. I'm sad to see it go, but like I said, I really don't particularly care for non-flipper Bowie. Non-flipper, not just the Bowie. I don't care for non-flipper folders, really, if I'm being honest. Especially if they're like frame locks. So, yeah, this one's got to go. And, you know, I have always been afraid to carry it because I'm worried I'm going to, you know, wear down the stonewash finish. So, here's the box for it. It's got the washers, Teflon, and phosphor bronze. There's the inspection card for it. And there, the knife goes in, ready to go in the mail. All right, bitch, scram. That was a reference to Tri-State EDC, if you please. Okay, that's it. That's the video for today. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section of the video. Otherwise, this is Ben from Ben's Blades telling you, carry a knife everywhere you legally can. I'll catch you later.